Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going on a mission to unlock the secret codes of the classroom. We're going to find out how the simple things you do at school are actually part of this incredible system for building knowledge inside your brain.
So, have you ever stopped to think about it? What is actually going on up there when you're learning something new? It's way more than just memorizing stuff, I can tell you that. Something much, much deeper is happening.
To figure this all out, we're going to take a little tour, a trip through a typical school day. In each class we visit, we're going to uncover a secret code of learning, and each code is really a big idea about how our minds work.
But first, what even is learning? What does it mean to learn something? Well, the simplest way to put it is this. It's when an experience changes you in a way that actually sticks around. It's not a random thought, it's a real, lasting change.
Okay, you ready to dive in? Our first stop is Miss Kathy Stone's third grade class. You can just feel the energy in here. The learning is happening, and it's happening fast.
So, our first secret code is learning by doing. This one is all about action. It's about practice, getting feedback, and getting rewards. Now, psychologists have a fancy name for it. They call it behaviorism, but it's one of the most basic ways we all learn new skills. Right now, her students are tackling some tough spelling words. And what's happening here is this super simple but really powerful loop. The teacher gives a prompt, the student takes an action, and then there's a reward that helps make that lesson stick. Check it out. It's this simple learning loop. Step 1, the prompt. How do you spell giraffe? Step 2, the action. The student spells it right. And step 3, the reward, a gold star. That positive feedback literally reinforces the correct spelling in the student's brain, making it way more likely they'll get it right next time.
And get this idea isn't new at all. It's over 100 years old. Psychologists like Edward Thorndike figured out that this simple loop of practice and reward is how we form all kinds of good habits, from spelling words to nailing our multiplication tables.
Okay, time to move. Let's head outside to our next stop. We're going to the tennis courts. And out here, you'll see that sometimes just practicing over and over isn't quite enough.
Our second secret code is all about learning by watching. You know that old saying, seeing is believing? Well, that's pretty much the whole idea here. It taps into our amazing human ability to learn just by observing other people.
So this is Donetta, and you can just see she is so frustrated. She's telling her coach, I just can't do it. Her belief in her own ability to get this right, what some people call self-efficacy, it's at rock bottom. Now, watch what the coach does. Instead of just yelling instructions, he does something way more powerful. He shows her. He models the perfect upward swing so she can see exactly what it's supposed to look like.
And that, right there, is the light bulb moment. That little thought that just popped into her head, wait a minute, if he can do it, then maybe, just maybe, I can too. Just seeing him succeed completely changes her own belief about what's possible.
You see, the learning didn't start when she swung the racket. It happened entirely inside her mind, just by watching her coach. She built a mental picture of success, and that gave her the confidence to even try. It's pretty amazing when you think about it.
All right, one final stop on our tour. We're heading into a first-grade math and science lab. And this is where we're going to find what might just be the most complex and maybe the most powerful learning code of them all.
This code is called constructivism, and it's based on this totally fantastic idea that we learn best not when someone just tells us an answer, but when we get to discover it and build that understanding for ourselves, piece by piece.
Take a look at Anna here. Her teacher didn't just give her a worksheet with the answer. Nope, she gave her a puzzle, a mystery to solve, and the tools to solve it. Anna's job is to be a little scientist and figure it out.
And this really shows you the key difference. Learning by doing can sometimes feel like just filling up an empty bucket with facts. But learning by building, that's like lighting a fire of curiosity. The goal isn't just the right answer, it's a whole new way of thinking.
So, by experimenting, messing up, and trying again, Anna figures it out herself. She discovers the answer. And because she built that knowledge, she doesn't just know it, she understands it. She owns it, and that's a much, much deeper kind of learning.
So, we've seen 3 totally different ways of learning, right? By doing, by watching, and by building. So that brings up the big question. Which one of these secret codes is the best?
Well, it's kind of a trick question, because the answer is none of them, or all of them. They aren't competing with each other.
They're like different tools in a toolbox. Learning by doing is perfect for drills and practice. Learning by building is awesome for science experiments. Each one has its own job.
And that right there is the real secret. A really great teacher is like a master builder. They've got a full toolkit, and they know exactly which tool to pull out for which job. They use practice for skills, they use modeling for confidence, and they use discovery for that deep, lasting understanding.
And that's our explainer. We've cracked the secret codes of the classroom. So the only question left is for you to think about. Now that you know how it all works, how are you going to learn differently tomorrow?